Hey, I'm Tyler Rock,
And I'm Talia Peterkin.
and we are going to talk about the financial crisis in the world and in our country. In today's global economy, the world faces financial crisis due to the recessions of wealthy nations like the United States. World stock market has crashed since 2007, 2008. Financial institutions have collapsed or been bought out, and wealthy governments have had to come up with rescue packages to bail them out of their financial systems.
A recession is basically a period of economic decline. Usually a recession is caused due to a drop in the stock market, an increase in unemployment, and a decline in the housing market. A recession is considered not to be as bad as a depression, but if it lasts long enough, then it will then be considered a depression. There can't possibly be a single cause to a recession, even though people blame it on general leadership, often on the president himself or the entire administration. Everyone is affected in a recession, whether it has a good or bad effect on you. Although most people are affected negatively by it, there are some people who can capitalize from the recession. A lot of people have lost their jobs or don't get paid as much as they used to before the recession occurred. One way to capitalize from the recession is from foreclosed houses.
The large companies are actually suffering more than the small companies. Larger companies have more customers and have more money than small businesses. Have more money than small businesses, but what some people fail to realize is that they have bigger staff, which means more people to pay. They have a big building or maybe several buildings, which means more bills to pay. There are hundreds of expenses that big companies have to invest in order to keep their company up and running. And when there is a recession, everyone is cutting corners. Your company may be something that people don't necessarily need, so they might be forced to stop spending on the money for the on the necessary things. Then when you lose those clients, you are in big trouble.
Typically, to try to fix this problem, the company fires a lot of people, but who will do the job of those people that they let go? For example, say I work at this company and I make $60,000 a year. This other person makes $90,000 with a higher position. They let me go, offer the person with the high position a salary of, say, $120,000, but only if they agree to do my job as well as theirs. Then companies save thousands of dollars, but at the cost of hundreds of people losing their jobs. A big issue in the recession is the fact that houses are losing value. Years ago, people's houses were going up in the value tens of thousands of dollars every few years. They were allowed to take equity, which is however much their house went up compared to how much it cost when they purchased it. A lot of people took equity out of their house and were enjoying the extra money. Suddenly, the house value started to go down, and all the people that took equity out of their house now have a very high mortgage, especially if the value went down lower than they bought it for and they took equity out.
Fixing the recession will be a difficult task, and the people are really trying it to right now. But with all the debt, bankruptcy, and unemployment, I'm guessing that this will take quite a long time. Small businesses, however, really contribute to the recession because it is providing jobs for a lot of people. As a start, also contribute helping to the economy on the market, stores, businesses, etc. should lower prices so people will not be afraid to spend their money. This would help to have more money and to regulate in the country and the world. The government should be the ones in charge to solve this financial problem. The government are the ones who takes control of the money and regulate it around the country and the globe. It is their responsibility and their job to keep the economy up so we will not repeat history just like the Great Depression back in the 1920s to World War II. Since the recession is really taking its toll on the people, the civilians should take their part on helping boosting the economy back on its feet.
No one really knows who or what is the fault of the recession or where it started, but hopefully we can all work together instead of blaming each other to put this recession to a stop. Not just the government, but even civilians need to come together, and together we can all end this financial crisis.
And that is it.